social media is the new TV. It's the new television. That's why I try to make my social media, you know, you gonna learn something. You gonna pick up on something. I'm at an age now, man, I done did most of a lot of people probably never do. So I ain't got time to be playing and time to be just trying to hoorah all the time. No, I mean, you ain't gonna always be, no, you got to learn. You know, we're gonna have a little fun here and there, but majority of the time, my channels, you gonna learn something.
I don't care what scripture you read, what you go by, what you believe, don't believe. The one thing you cannot get away from is how you feel. Your vibration. People participate in things they know ain't right. A lot of people can't express in words how they feel, and that's another signal scramble. A lot of these words was put out and put forth to scramble your signal. So a lot of times you hear people speak, you don't even know what the words they saying mean. And that's by design. It's called double speaking. You're not gonna play them games with me. And this is why I don't get caught up in these conversations, because I know how I feel. And how I feel, I know something's wrong. And that's all I need to know. It's just like a gazelle. You don't have to tell a gazelle not to go hang out with the lions. They can feel it. They're not stupid. It's a vibration. It's a vibe. Everything is a gimmick. We know this. But yet we will sit and try to have these conversations on some, man, come on, man. But like I'm telling y'all, it is simple. You may not know the text. You may not know the verbiage. You may not have the knowledge.
And I'm trying to get y'all to understand how important it is for you to understand this, so that you know how many things that we are out of tune with. Not just our hearts, not just the world, but even your body. If you go into a house and say nobody going to the house for a whole year, go back to that house, you're gonna see dust everywhere. You're gonna see things that wasn't there before. Why? Because everything is movable. Everything is alive. Everything is magnetic. You're gonna see lint. You're gonna see dust. All these things move because of vibrations and energy. And see, we just look at it and don't think nothing of it, but nah. We're so off from nature's rhythm. Why, do they promote negative music? What I want y'all to understand is the world is one big magnetic field, one big ball of energy, and guess what? We are antennas. You understand me? We are frequency. This finna blow y'all mind. Stick with me to the end of this video. Trust me, you're gonna thank me later. What I'm trying to tell y'all is they changed the music frequency standard to 444, because when you're listening to music, these are the things you're gonna experience without even knowing. The crazy part is a lot of people don't even know this even exists. So when you don't know something exists, you're in a vulnerable state. Because even when you try to explain it to people, they look at you like you crazy. But if you think about it,
MC is a master of ceremonies. What do you hold at a ceremony? This is where rituals are performed. Keep telling y'all, they don't care about your money. They care about how many y'all on one accordion. Music is witchcraft. Influence. The devil was a musician. Why? Because you can captivate the minds of millions of people through music. They got songs in the club that will send you to prison for the rest of your life. They got songs that'll get you killed when you walk out that building. You got different songs for different things, different frequencies. Then you got songs that get in your head and make you cry. Things that can be put out there in a positive way can also be put out in a negative way. It can be weaponized. They weaponize music. Why you think they gave the whole music game to the jits? Medicine is ritual. Pharmacy derives from the word pharmakeia. Man, when you cultivate the minds of the masses, that is what I keep trying to tell y'all. That's what they scared of. That's what it's gonna take. That's the whole purpose of wars anyway. When two people don't agree and one group of people trying to take over other group of people, you either gonna stand down or go at it. You think they finna hand over the power that they have, that they've been working so hard for all this time, lying to us about everything imaginable. Y'all think vampires just run around sucking people's blood? No, they suck your energy. And like I said, you don't have to agree with everything I say, but you at least gotta understand, like, it's just common sense that
it shows just how much of a mental leash that America or the government have on people. These people will literally let you die, and they will withhold information. They know what's going on. But thank God for the whistleblowers, the ones who was not afraid to come out and say, hey man, I can't just let this happen. And it just shows just how strong the government has an invisible leash on these people. Not just them, just people in general. An invisible leash, a system set up to make you obey a group of people that you never met. The lawmakers, the people that says you can and can't do that. That's how strong these brainwash tactics work. And people are losing their lives all because a group of people have a specific agenda. Like, open your eyes, people, man. Don't play that color thing, because that's ignorance. But the overall situation, as you see, they don't care. They're gonna mislead you just as well they mislead everybody else. So I hope every nationality sees and understands that the government don't see no color. All they see is agenda. I keep telling y'all, man, it's he who controls the data. Those are the people that controls the reality. They control your perception. Because the things that you see and do, who told you to do that? Who told you when you say those are my kids? Who told you that the word kids means what it means? They told you that. Sounds crazy, but think about it. Everything that you know, they told you. So they control your education. They control where your education come from. They control and channel the persuasion of things. Look at it like as a circus, right? How they train elephants, and they get them as a baby. You got to get them when they small. It's just like growing a plant. You got to get them when they small. Same as they do us with school. They put shackles around their ankles, right? Shackles around their ankles for so long, they try to pull away and hurt them or whatever the case may be. But when they get a certain age, they take the shackles off. But these animals still act the same way as if the shackles are still on their feet. You got shackles on your mind. Everything that you know, they taught you. I keep saying this. And the sad part about that is everything and how you see the world is through somebody else's eyes. Get it through your head. Understand how robbed you are of your life. I tell you, people don't even question it. They don't question nothing. They just go off what they see. We are divided by finances, socialism. We are divided by resources, color, ethnics. I wish we weren't under this spell. I really did. They give us fake history, right? Because they write history. When you put your child in school, whatever they finna learn, they're going to carry it for the rest of their lives. There's a lot of people that's benefit from this. There's a lot of people that are not saying nothing. That's in on it. I'm trying to get you to see that these people literally go to work every day to create viruses, to create things to harm us for control and profit. And we're not gonna do nothing. But once I get it all down packed and I just say this what I'm finna do, then I'll relay that information to y'all, and then like you can make your own decision. But and it's nothing about no, it ain't no hate groups or nothing. No, we ain't know none of that. It's just like-minded people. That's all they are. Like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need people, like-minded people, man. You don't need to be amongst people who sleep or want to be sleep. They don't speak about perception. They don't speak about environment. There's so many reasons why relationships don't work. It's like putting a kid in a house with 50 rooms and that kid trying to study for a test that's going to really be like, this is a very, very important test. But he's in a house, 50 some rooms, and in every room is different shit going on. They fornicating over here, they doing drugs over here, they cussing and listening to loud music. Ain't nothing but noise and distraction. So if that kid fails the test, you can't blame the kid. Look at the environment we in that we have no control over. We do have control over where we go and the people we put in it. But I'm just saying, it's so much noise to the average person cannot sustain that just off being like self-discipline. You hear people say, I just can't stop eating this or I can't stop doing that. Why? I'm just being honest. You have to detach. You have to be around like-minded people. I can't have conversations with everybody. Same as you. As the world is changing, things are going to change with it. There's a lot of trials and tribulations you're going to go through that's going to have to cause you to have a lot of self-motivation, self-discipline, because the surroundings we in, the environments we in, the people that surround us. Sometimes some people can't control who are around them, depending on their situation. They're going to require you even more self-discipline. We got to farm, man. We got to like what we can and can't do, what we allowed to do, the bill writers. Remember that everything has a positive and negative. You can't escape harmony. Look at all the stuff that's on the Jetsons. Now it's here, damn near. It's beside the cars that's flying, that's coming. Now they got cars that drive on their own. Everything around you is artificial. Your food. Monsanto gave you artificial, genetically engineered seeds. You can't even grow nothing natural. Why do they got organic seeds stored, but they giving us fake seeds? This is the cancer. This is all this other stuff. This is all gonna make sense. Another thing, all type of drinks. I keep telling y'all, they get you with the eye. If it looks good, you think that it's good. I told you, your body is an instrument of your mind. If they can trick your mind, everything else is coming.
The very people that's oppressing us are not gonna give us the keys and the tools to overthrow them. That's one big issue on our end. It only take common sense to understand that. The very people we go against every day, from paying bills, doing the daily things that we do that they told us we should do or have to do, right? These very people we go against every day are the very people that taught us what we know. That alone should tell you that's a big loophole, and that's like a dog chasing its tail. So what I'm about to say, you don't have to have a high level education to understand this, but you do have to get this through your head. So for those who feel because they got a good job or they making 6 figures and they got this and that going on and that this don't apply to them, you need to get your head out quick. Because like I say, the circumference of what you know in your brain, the very people that was the ones that put it there. They told you what a car was. They told you stop at a red light, go at a green light. They told you we have to pay bills every 30 days, which is the dumbest in the world. Every 30 days for the rest of our lives. And I say this all the time because I want people to understand how entangled we are into this fake reality that these people has placed upon us. Makes you wonder, why was you even born? Doesn't matter what color you are, bro. If you understand, you understand. When you seeing and looking at things from a place of ignorance, it's like you trying to look over a mountain and you can't because you're not at that level. Once you get at that level and you get to that frequency, you will understand this is all about control. They take different layers and pillars and use them against us, and color is one of them. Finances is another one. People, they would tell us to go vote and won't give you no education on voting. Most people don't even know the difference between Democrats and Republicans. They don't. The majority of the world is dumbfounded, and I'm talking nations. And the thing about it is, Chinese people, the ones that are dictating in China, are doing their people the same way. Russia doing their people the same way. You know America is doing it. Every nation is doing the same thing to their people. Why? And when you start to look deep into this, it'll blow your mind. Makes you wonder, why was we even born? Most people don't understand. You can't even travel without the approval of the dictators. No one sees that as an issue. You mean tell me I can't travel unless I got a piece of paper? No one sees the issue of all these laws that are brought forth every freaking, you might as well say every day. They make and break laws to govern their agendas. And when you start to own a business and you start to see things from a business aspect, because I tell you all the time, business is your father, religion is your mother, you will really see the politics, and you will really see the dictatorship, and you will really see what you can and can't do. When you get property, you got to go to the state. You got to go to the city. Can I build this? Can I not build this? You got to get permission and licenses and all this and shit. See, this is where all this Queen Elizabeth stuff come from. Where you think the money goes at when you pay for licenses? You ever heard of eminent domain? That means I don't care if you think you own land, you don't. Cause they can run a highway slap clean through the middle of that bitch and ain't nothing you can do. They'll just buy you off. No one sees this. No one sees that these people coerce us into this smart world. Smart. Everything smart equals control. Let me break it down. Smartphones, meaning everything you do, everywhere you go, and if you notice on the navigation, it'll say home, and it'll have your home address. Why? Because that's where you're frequently most at, and it figured out this must be your home, and you ain't even put it in there. Not only that, it knows what you do, it knows the sites you go on, it follows and tracks and records everything you do. The more access to data we give them, the more control they have of us. Smart houses, smart cars. I just did a video about this. Smart cities they coming with. Smart refrigerators.
This is facts. You have to be aware of these things and not take it lightly. You know, we all got kids, we all got loved ones, and you got people that are, you know, just for $1. It's all about profit. And I'm just scraping the surface. Like, we're not talking about the morticians that get kickbacks and get paid on the table to, you know, get these different organs from people when they come to the morgue or whatever the case may be. Also, you got to know how much a lot of this stuff costs. A heart costs almost like, what, about $1 million? Okay? You got kidneys. Kidneys cost what, like 200 and maybe 250,000 a piece. Kidney, a piece. You got livers that go for close to whatever, $500,000. We're talking real money. And on the black market, it go cheaper than that. You know what I'm saying? You know, black market gonna always be that. You know, but at the end of the day, very risky. But you have to understand that organ stealing, organ harvesting is real. You got high-end people in this world that'll go to the end of the world for those organs, especially when they got power and money.
Ah, the government. It loves you and wants to keep you safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court costs easier for you. How? Well, you'll need to meet your straw man. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oops-a-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well, then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state. And if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man, or legal personality, is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy.